We are living in hell. Pakistan and India suffer extreme spring heatwaves.
Here's a summary of the article.
As a brutal heatwave has swept across India and Pakistan, his home in Turbat, in Pakistan's Balochistan region, has been suffering through weeks of temperatures that have repeatedly hit almost 50 C, unprecedented for this time of year. Northwest and central India experienced the hottest April in 122 years, while Jacobabad, a city in Pakistan's Sindh province, hit 49 C on Saturday, one of the highest April temperatures ever recorded in the world. In India, the yield from wheat crops has dropped by up to 50% in some of the areas worst hit by the extreme temperatures, worsening fears of global shortages following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which has already had a devastating impact on supplies. The World Meteorological Organization said in a statement that the temperatures in India and Pakistan were consistent with what we expect in a changing climate. Heat waves are more frequent and more intense and starting earlier than in the past. Over the weekend in India, Bikaner was the hottest place in the country at 47.1 C, according to the India Meteorological Department. In some parts of northwest India, images captured by satellites showed that surface land temperatures had exceeded 60 C, unprecedented for this time of year when usual surface temperatures are between 45 and 55 C. The hottest temperatures recorded are southeast and southwest of Ahmedabad, with maximum land surface temperatures of around 65 C, the European Space Agency said on its website. The high temperatures have put massive pressure on power demand in both India and Pakistan, where people have had to endure hours of power cuts amid the crippling heat.
This post received a score of 42,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Got a tingling feeling that the monsoon will be crazy this year and the subcontinent will go from insane heat to insane floodings.
Exactly, everyone thinks that climate change is just about the world getting hotter. It's not. A lot of it is about the seasons getting all fucked up and more intense.
Meanwhile, the average annual temp only shifts marginally, giving climate change deniers their talking points for years.
It is a bit like a house starting to catch fire. The living room curtains are in flames, but the average temperature of the house is only 2 warmer than before.
Then the pipes burst and puts the fire out, but now you have a foot of water in your bedroom.
But it cooled off. See, it's a natural cycle.
India is facing its worst electricity shortage in 6 decades. Power cuts lasting upwards of 8 hours have been imposed in states including Jharkhand, Haryana, Bihar, Punjab and Maharashtra as domestic coal supplies have fallen to critical levels and the price of imported coal has soared. In a bid to speed up the transport of coal across the country, Indian Railways cancelled more than 600 passenger and postal train journeys to make way for transportation of coal to power plants. Welp.
And they have 22 nuclear power plants with 10 more being built in the next 3 years.
The US has 55 for 1/4 the population.
Yeah, but the average Indian consumes only 953 kilowatt-hours person per year, compared to the US's 12,154. So, that's about 8%.
Sorry if I'm stupid, but countries 1 to 6 all have populations in the 100 millions. Canada has 37, then 8 to 10 are 65 plus. WTF are Canadians using so much electricity for? Please don't say it's indoor arenas for summer hockey and curling.
Shit's cold for 3/4 of the year.
Fuck, I can feel my brain overheating already. How come Russia is so much lower then? They produce mad natural gas, but so do we proportionally, and only 40% of our heating is electric.
Brain has no need to overheat. Canadians have a much higher standard of living and will warm themselves up more than Russians, on average.
Yeah, they temperature is about 5 C or more. I wouldn't be surprised if Russians just wear tracksuits.
50 degrees Celsius, 122 Fahrenheit.
50 degrees or just the total aggregate, someplace are hitting temperature way beyond 50 here. To make matter worse, we are currently going through energy crisis and electricity cuts have become regular.
Fuck, that's uninhabitable. Wonder what's going to happen when people start migrating away from these places. Anyone have a guess when the Great Migration will begin? Folks leaving areas that are too hot or that don't have any water. It's going to be crazy times ahead for humans.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.